To celebrate 50 years of Maccas, we're introducing the Mac family. And with every medium or large, Mac Junior, Big Mac or Grand Big Mac meal, you'll get one of 6 free Maccas glasses, but only for a limited time. Available after 10:30am while stocks last.
Oh, well, it was one of the most unbelievable moments in the games. The team's pursuit, Alex Porter, comes crashing down due to a malfunctioning handlebar. Somehow, he gathers himself. He wins a bronze medal. The South Aussie, very happy to say, he joins us this morning. Alex Porter, good morning to you, mate.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's good to speak to you. This was just unbelievable. Importantly, though, you're an Olympic medalist. How does that sit with you?
Oh, it's unbelievable, especially just considering everything that's happened. We came here as a team aiming for the gold and to turn it around after day one, and now to be able to say that I'm an Olympic medalist, it's a feeling that's still sinking in. Actually, it's a bit surreal.
Alex, it is the most extraordinary Olympic story you could ever take away from Tokyo, but have you got an explanation as to what happened with your bike?
Not yet. They're still looking into it and doing investigations underway to find out exactly what happened. But yeah, at this point, as far as I'm aware, I was riding, feeling good, everything was going well, and then all of a sudden I didn't have handlebars on my bike and I was just sliding along the track on my face.
So just give us a description. Like, the handlebars are different to what we know as handlebars on the bikes that we ride around the city of Adelaide. So how does this all break out in front of you?
So our handlebars we've got, they're all custom fitted to our arms and built specifically for the bikes. And I'd just done a turn on the front, was sitting on the back thinking about what was unfolding in front of me, what we were going to do towards the back end of the race. And then all of a sudden I've felt my arms, which are pointed out in front of me, starting to go towards the ground. And my brain actually just couldn't work out what was going on. And then all of a sudden I saw the velodrome getting close to my face. And there was half a second where it felt like it was a dream, because I couldn't piece together what was happening. And then just before I hit the ground, I knew something in the front of my bike had just disappeared from underneath me. And it wasn't until I sat up and saw my bars about 20 metres away from me that I'd been able to piece together what had happened.
So how much skin did you lose in all this?
I lost a good chunk off my nose, my lip and my chin. Both knees, I've taken a huge chunk out of my right forearm, which I'm still having to change the dressings daily and struggling to sleep at night, because that one I'm waking up and I can feel it throbbing itself. I lost some off my hip. I have a cut that goes down almost the length of my right groin. And then I got a pretty deep cut at the very top of my left groin as well.
Oh, jeez. It's unbelievable. What's amazing is you regather yourself 20 minutes later and you help the team qualify. What's going through your mind? What are you feeling in moments like that?
Yeah, as soon as it happened, at first I was furious, not even just with what had happened to my bike, just the fact that it had to happen at the Olympics, that we'd built up all this and something like this had happened here. And then, I don't know, after that first initial reaction, that initial frustration, I've come back down. All our support staff and team were around me, and my coaches come up to me and asked me if I was good to go. And I just had this moment in my brain that was, I just thought, it's the Olympic Games. I can't let it end this way. There's no way. We've all worked too hard. All the boys that I'm racing with we've all made countless sacrifices for the last X number of years. I can't let it end this way. And from that moment, then it was just straight back into game mode, do all I could to get the body as ready as I could in such a short period of time to go again and just worry about the pain later.
So, Alex, then when it comes to the future races in this series leading to the bronze medal, how was it decided that you didn't race?
Yeah, so the decision was made pretty quickly the next day, because we had a fifth rider who he had been moving well, so we knew he'd be able to step in and give me a day to hopefully pull up. And then I went out to the track in the morning, did a couple of efforts on the velodrome just to see how the body felt. And then after that came in and had a discussion with my coach. And yeah, it was probably the hardest decision that I've ever had to make in my entire life, by far, with him. And we sat there and spoke for probably about 30, 45 minutes. And yeah, we just came to the conclusion that there was a chance that I'd go out there and be fine, but there was also a big unknown, because I could tell that the hit that my body had taken, considering what had happened, I came out of it pretty well, but I wasn't at 100%. So at that point for me, it went back to the qualifying. It was about the team. I didn't want to go out there and just go out there for the sake of going out there to be the tough guy who went back out there and rode, and I ended up not delivering what I needed to for the team, and we don't have a medal. So yeah, we just had to come to the decision to stick with the 4 that we used before and just know that they'd be able to deliver what they needed to.
Alex, what you just said then there is just the absolute ultimate prime example of teamsmanship, along with just the prime example of what the Olympics is all about. Like, I'm not sure, you would have seen stuff online and everything that's happening, but are you proud of everything that's happened? Because the response in this whole situation from yourself and from the team has just been unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm extremely proud. It was, yeah, everything, all the messages I've been getting from people all over social media about it all, about myself and the team, it's been overwhelming, because at the time I was just doing what I knew any of my teammates would do, and just what we needed to do to keep our dream alive. And for the support that's brought from everyone else, it's made the whole last 3 days so much easier, because for all of us, it's been such a roller coaster. We've used so much more emotional energy than I think any of us knew we had or were ever planning on using especially in the first 3 days. So the support from everyone made it all that little bit easier, knowing that we had an entire nation behind us.
So, Alex, it's not the Olympics you could have ever imagined, and it's not the Olympics we could ever have imagined because of what COVID's done to it, but how are you going to remember it?
There's plenty of ways I'm going to remember this one. It was always going to be a different Olympics, but for sure I'm going to remember it as just the moment that our team, through just circumstances that we wouldn't have ever been able to guess if you'd given us a million guesses, were able to pull through and produce something that we're all unbelievably proud of. And yeah, this medal that I'm looking at right now, to me, it's so much more than a bronze medal with a ribbon attached to it. It just symbolises the resilience of my teammates, our coaching staff, my friends and family, and just what we can do when your back's up against the wall but you don't give up.
And the bronze medal race as well. I mean, that wasn't your stock standard race. There was plenty of drama involved in that with the Kiwis crashing.
No, it's been every day the team pursuing. It's been a lot more dramatic than it normally is, but I think it's just teams here. We're riding times. You've seen world records broken. Everyone's riding times that haven't been ridden before. You can just see it in the racing. Everyone's on that knife edge, and that just leads to mistakes here or there, or little incidents. Got in the end that you wouldn't normally see when you're only sort of hitting that big pain threshold in the last 5 laps. You know, people are in that position from lap 3, so it's definitely it's made for exciting racing, but unfortunately it's led to some just stuff you just don't want to see happen.
So what's next, Alex? What's next on your agenda?
Next for me now, so that I'm done now for the comp. So now it'll be, first things first is just to get the body healthy. I've still got a few days, probably a couple of weeks left of that, and then the next thing is just get the mind fresh again, give it plenty of time to rest. It's been not even just these last 3 days. That was the cherry on top of the cake, this last 18 months has been one of the most mentally draining 18 months most of us have ever gone through. So I've now just got a few weeks off to relax, let the body refresh, and then take it from there. Commonwealth Games are only less than a year away, so we'll all start building up to that again. But at this point, it's just time for rest and recovery.
Did your mind at all start thinking about Paris, or you can genuinely just switch off and not think about too much for a while?
It definitely did. When everything that's happened in the last few days was unfolding, we were all definitely thinking about Paris, because we came here with hopes of winning a gold medal, and we thought we were all in a position to be able to do that. So Paris definitely, for that reason, looks more enticing. But in the last sort of 6 to 12 hours, with everything that's just happened, we're all able to, apart from the guys that are still racing, able to look back and take that rest. I think we're all just so mentally fried. It's been such a taxing 3 days that even if you want to start thinking about the next thing, most of us just don't have it in us at the moment. We need that break. So
it's been a momentous moment, a memorable moment. What do you want to achieve next, though, Alex?
Oh, I mean, I'd love to add a gold medal to the collection, for sure. I'd love to just come out, be able to be given another opportunity for us to come out here and show the world what we know we're capable of doing when everything goes to plan. And you can't always bank on that, which is clearly shown here. Things happen out of your control in life, but that would be the next thing that I'd love for us all to be able to do. We'd worked so hard for this, and it would have been nice for us to have been able to showcase the talent that we have.
Oh, geez, can't wait for the Com Games, mate. I can't wait for the Olympics as well in Paris. Congratulations on your Olympic campaign. It's just a real show of what the Olympic spirit is all about. We're so proud of you because it's just an unbelievable situation. The fight, the determination you showed it was fun to watch. So I think you know how the rest of the country feels about you and you guys as a team. But well done and congratulations on the bronze medal.
Thank you very much.
What an absolute
Great
champion.
story, isn't it?
South Australian.
Yep.
Alex Porter. I mean, that is the pin-up story for me, Rooch, of what the Olympics is all about. It's not necessarily 100% about winning a gold medal. The things that come with it, that is just a show.
Dealing with it in the way that Alex did. Well done.
Physical, mental, it's absolutely every single box ticked.